T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.
That is right. On the planet. It is Cinco de Mayo. It is Thursday. And of course, you guys, we are here for Impact Wrestling. What the hell are you laughing at?
I don't know.
You always open up the show laughing. Oh, wow. Oh, too sweet.
You already know what time it is, Bobby.
Well, thank you, Bobby.
It's too sweet. You already know what it is. Celebration of Bullet Club, 9-year anniversary. You know, the celebration continues. Nickie's birthday was yesterday. The celebration continues. There's a lot of things transpiring. Under Siege is happening this Saturday, so I hope you guys are ready for it. There's a lot.
One for Dakota.
One for Dakota. Shout out to you.
To be honest though, listen, if you turn like I'm turned, we finna get it cracking. Like we had a lot going on. I was live tweeting from the Women's Wrestling Talk page downtown Nashville, 3000 bar. It was nice, honestly. I was the only one watching. And honestly, I had my tag partner there virtually with me. So you know, we're not even gonna waste no time. We do hope you're having a great Cinco de Mayo and a great week. And thank you, you know, of course, for joining us. You know, I mean, you know, it's always too sweet.
You know,
hey, but before the Impact, of course, we had the Knockouts World Tag Team Champion Tenille Dashwood alongside her tag team partner Madison Rayne versus Giselle Shaw. I mean, a really great showing. Overall, it was the champion Tenille Dashwood defeating Giselle Shaw. Any thoughts on that match?
I just have to say, like, honestly, I went back to watch it. It was a really good match. I can't even lie and say that it wasn't. Like Giselle Shaw, she's you know, watching her in a singles match against Tenille Dashwood, she's really good.
Giselle's a great wrestler.
She's an amazing wrestler, honestly, and I thoroughly enjoyed their match that they had. And I mean, you know, Tenille, of course, she's a great wrestler too. But I think Giselle Shaw really had her number.
She did.
Match, but you know, her not coming up with the win, it kind of makes you feel like, well, dang, you know, she didn't win tonight. Is she gonna win on Saturday when she going against Madison Rayne?
I mean, and you bring up a very interesting point because honestly, I mean, they will be facing this Saturday at Under Siege. I mean, live Newport, Kentucky, the greater Cincinnati area. I mean, and this match is live on YouTube. For those that are on Eastern Standard Time, it will start at 7:30 p.m. Central Time is 6:30 p.m. So make sure you check that out. Madison Rayne, the other half of the Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Championships, will go face to face with Giselle Shaw, and she's honestly been making a crazy name for herself.
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
She
Um,
definitely does. Dang, you know what? I know we're not done with, like Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month, but I might have to highlight her, you know what I'm saying? Because she is, she's I think she's Filipino or something. I think she is.
yeah,
I might
we definitely
have to do that.
we might have to do that. And don't forget, you guys, it is Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. All around the world, and especially here at Women's Wrestling Talk. So make sure you check out all the articles. Lately, we've been posting, a lot of people. I think Shotzi Blackheart went out today, so make
Mm-hmm.
sure you guys check that out. I mean, but before, it is you guys know it's our prediction show.
Mm-hmm.
So and we do things a little differently here on Impact. So let's just jump on into it. Who do you think is honestly going to walk away with the victory? Madison Rayne, your current Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Champion, or Giselle Shaw? And in the comments, what do you guys think too? But Santana,
Um, you know, I personally feel like Giselle might actually be Madison Rain.
damn,
But we could eventually, like, if say for instance, if Giselle Shaw does beat Madison Rain,
yeah,
of course, maybe Tennille Dashwood will probably try to jump in, after the fact. Maybe we find out
mm,
who Giselle Shaw potential tag partner could be at Under Siege. She's gonna need some type of help if she's going into this feud with these two. She's
yeah,
just been doing her singles matches with, both of them.
yeah.
So I mean, it's possible that we could find out who her tag partner could be at Under Siege. But I'm gonna go with Giselle Shaw on this one.
All right. Well, I like Giselle. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with Madison Rayne, your current champion. I think it would be nice to see Giselle go over, but since Tennille went over, I think it would only make sense. However,
It's
anything
not
is
always
possible.
logical though.
It's not. It's not. It's not always logical. I'm just gonna go that route. But
Mhm.
since you brought it up, it, who is her mystery opponent, or who is her mystery tag team partner? Should I say?
I mean, the only other person I can really think of is Lady Shaw, but we really haven't seen her often. You know what I'm saying? But anybody can show up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Anybody could pop up in any kind of way. It could be Angelina Love. We keep saying Angelina Love for everything, to be honest.
We really do.
I would really hope to see her come back to Impact.
Yeah.
Do like a one off or something.
I mean,
Maybe have something there. I mean, no, she does her thing over at NWA, but maybe we could get her over at Impact, and open up, some old wounds between her and Madison Rain.
that would actually make a lot of sense.
Their
Um,
story already there.
it is. It is. And I know Bobby would love to see that, honestly. Alicia Edwards is a good one too.
I keep
It
forgetting
could
about
be,
Alicia. I guess because I don't see her that much.
I don't know. I think the last time we saw her was at the IPWF show
And that was
where she
it.
was
Like she hasn't
hosting.
been on screen in a minute, so I really don't. I
And
don't
I
know.
think the last time she was on screen, she was yelling at Eddie Edwards to really get, his act together.
Yeah.
Um, but moving right along, we did have Brian Myers versus William Morrissey, as
hmm
some of us found out on AEW last night that the W stands for William. Um, and I mean, let's just talk about the chaos. I mean, we saw Matt Cardona, Chelsea Gray, Jordan Grace. I mean, literally, just
Everybody.
chaos after chaos after chaos. I mean, eventually Morrissey did defeat Brian Myers in the tables match. Um, this was a good way to kick off everything.
hmm
I'm kind of jealous that I wasn't there, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, who knew that they would kind of go into like having this whole like tables match,
Mhm.
as the opening of Impact, the
Yeah.
the final show before Under Siege. And I
Yeah.
mean, of course, maybe we thought that what they had going on at Rebellion would be like just a one off, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, it seems like it's not. It seems like we could be really, really seeing a big feud here going on. I mean, it's 3 against 2 right now. I wouldn't mind. I don't know, but I like putting people together. So if Enzo feels like he would want to come over to Impact to help out an old friend,
Wow.
that would be nice to happen. Maybe this whole feud could lead to Slammiversary.
Hmm. That's very interesting that you say that, because I honestly was just gonna say book the match for Jordan Grace and Morrissey versus Matt Cardona, Brian Myers at Under Siege, because obviously they, I want to see Jordan Grace and Matt Cardona run their feud back, obviously. And it's really crazy how they've long term booked this,
Definitely.
to say the least. But you adding Enzo has really changed the landscape of everything.
Like I know
Bobby,
he wrestles at MLW, but I
yeah,
still wouldn't, a lot of times, there are plenty of wrestlers who do wrestle in MLW who wrestle in other different promotions as well. So I mean, it hurts for it to just be for one night.
Yeah.
Well,
currently, the forbidden door is open, so anything can happen. But listen,
that is true.
The biggest thing for me, well, let's wait on that. Before we get into the most marvelous thing that could happen, honestly, tonight on Impact Wrestling, the current X Division champion, Ace Austin, took on Rocky Romero for his X Division championship, right? I love a defending champion. I also love when things work in the way that I didn't think that they would work.
Right.
Let's just be honest. Ace Austin successfully defeated. However, he was met by the person that he beat at Rebellion, none other than your former X Division champion, who at Under Siege will be a 2-time Impact X Division champion. And the match is set. Trey Miguel versus Ace Austin at Under Siege.
I mean, we really didn't even think Trey was going to be showing up tonight. Let's be honest. We really didn't even think that they was going to let him run his rematch back or anything like that. Of course, we were trying to figure out, okay, well, who is Ace Austin going to go against? He, of course, has been having these matches or whatever. That's cool. But of course, Trey, I didn't think Trey was going to allow him to get that win off of Rebellion and he doesn't show up to cash in his title opportunity. What I like for Trey to win, I do. I really do. But I don't know if they would feel like having Ace hold this title just for a little bit.
Yeah.
And let Trey win. If that's the case, he should never lost it.
Yeah. But
anything can happen. Somebody can interfere.
Don't know. Yeah. Anything could happen. I will be there, and I'm baking on Trey to get the victory. I know it's quick. I know it's I just don't, if he doesn't get the victory, I don't see Ace Austin beating him clean.
No.
If that happens, that will be crazy. But your prediction is obviously Ace Austin. Right?
Mine? Yeah.
Yeah. And mine
is yeah, so I mean, of course you're gonna ride with Trey no matter what, But if we take all the ridiness out of it and we're walking, I
don't know though.
Anything can happen, but like you said, I mean, Ace Austin, I mean, he could cheat his way to victory.
That's true.
At Under Siege, it's obvious that he could do it. He will. I mean, look, he's a little Joker card player, whatever he want to be. He's gonna find a way to put those decks to use or something. A spade.
I'm just happy that I get to see Trey. I was very worried. I did not know that if he was gonna be on the card, and honestly, I was I was very surprised. So when I saw that background, I just lit up, and I'm just happy. You know, I hope he does get the victory, but all in all, even if he doesn't, I'll be happy to see him in the match. And it's going to be a good match. They're going to run this back, you know, from their match previously. And I don't know, we could really see anything. He did pick up the victory tonight. Will we see him pick up the victory Saturday? You know, all in all. All in all, baby. All in all. There was also like a vignette that we got for this whole EGV you know, vignette and everything, and it's reportedly, and we don't know, but it's reportedly Sami Callihan. That's what the rumors are saying. It shows a vignette of just different clips. It shows Deonna. It shows Moose. It's really weird. So you might see, and then it gives the date of 5/7/22. So we might see Sami Callihan be the one to interrupt that match, or just show up. I don't know, just show up regardless. Who knows? You know, Sami Callihan, he's been out of action for a long time. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens Saturday. Don't forget to check out our post show that we will be having here live on Twitch. Remember, if you are subscribed to Twitch, you will get everything first. We are live here. Women's Wrestling Talk is live officially on Twitch. So for all you gamers, all you people that like to talk shit, we love it. We want to see you. We will be in GCW. I know that's pretty random, but we have a lot of shows and live coverage that we'll be having. Under Siege will have live coverage this Saturday, along with footage from Mayday that will come out in the following weeks. We will have footage from Slammiversary for those that watch Impact Wrestling with us on the post show as well. We will have footage from GCW, SummerSlam. So make sure you guys subscribe live to the Twitch, along with following the Instagram and Twitter as well. But yeah, honey, if Sami Callihan pull up on Saturday, child, okay, we see you. We also saw Masha Samovic versus Demiris. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but of course, listen, Masha, child, I don't know who the hell gonna be her.
Child, they just giving her a bunch of like just like jobber matches or whatever and stuff like that. You know, I guess it's more so just a kind of way to kind of build her up. You know, maybe she could be after Tasha is probably done with, you know, Havoc and all these other people. Maybe she could be built up to be her next opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
They need to do something else.
I mean, well, they're just doing her the same way they did Jade. Build them up, have them face all these people, squash matches, build them up. It's the same thing that they've done with Veer. Find all these local talents and these people, beat them up, squash match, and boom, that's it. It's a way to just, you know, collect all these wins, showcase their dominance, and boom, when they're ready and want to find a way to implement them in some type of storyline, then they will know that they'll be ready for it. Who is the next wrestler against Samovic? Maybe Deonna. She doesn't have anything to do right now.
Child, some hometown talent. What's the next city? They in Kentucky. So somebody in Newport.
Who knows? You know what I'm saying? She really, honestly, I really haven't been seeing that much of her when it comes to like certain things that she's kind of been doing like with these matches or whatever. I think this is the first time they really just start bringing her back. I know she be down in GCW, you know. She definitely be up in there.
She definitely
Them ain't no squash matches that she doing. I tell you that.
Oh, right. She ain't on the card right now for Under Siege, but she'll probably be on the card for Mayday. So we will definitely see her.
They already dropped the card for Mayday, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I did see some of the
Did you want me to grab them?
some of the matches, yeah, go ahead and grab them so we can show these folks. I would like to see Masha Samovic versus Roseberry. Ugh.
That'd be interesting.
That would be. I feel like if they let her beat Rosemary, that would kind of like solidify her on the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not on the main roster, but on the roster just in the division.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because she just been beating like, you know, not random people, but people that aren't known or contracted to, you know, Impact Wrestling.
True.
If she was to get a victory over somebody like a Chelsea Green or even like a Savanna Evans, a Havoc, you know, a Rosemary, someone like of a high stature in Impact Wrestling, then it would be, you know, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want it to be something else. But we also had Raja Singh and Shira. You know, they had a little message for Pupender Kanjar. If I'm butchering any of these names, y'all, I apologize. But, you know, here at Women's Wrestling Talk, when it comes to pronunciation, we like to...
When it goes to what?
Pronunciation.
That is awful.
When it comes to pronunciation, we try what we can. You know, and yeah, they had a little message for you know, for him, and they said what they said. Now, listen, their message was cute, but let me tell you something. That message the Briscoes had Savanna by Design. It's hard not to like the Briscoes.
But you know what? It honestly, it really is.
It really is.
I'm just like, you know, I don't. Lord. I think I like the Briscoes because of their promos. Like their promos is what kind of reels you in. The more that I've watched their promos, the more I find them funny. Like I feel like I would need to watch more of their matches for me to kind of solidify them in my mind to be like, you know, tell the people they're legends, they're icons, they've been around for a very, very long time. I'm fairly getting introduced to who they are. I've heard their names before. I've heard, you know, I thought that they were really just light-skinned men because they have very, very southern twang that y'all like to say. Like, you know, it's there, but I just feel like, you know, the Briscoes are, you know, I got a couple memes from them on my phone. I will say that, but if Mark don't stop trying to bite the camera, I'm gonna lose my shit. Please stop trying to scare me. Like when you came into that camera, when I came in, it was over. What are you doing?
Sorry, it played.
I was terrified.
I don't want us to get cut, but listen, if you haven't seen the message from the Briscoes to Violent by Design, please check it out right now on the Twitter page, Impact Wrestling. Violent by Design, y'all got 2
Yeah, I got 2 days.
Y'all got 2 days.
2.
Until this right here. Now I'm gonna be 100%. I don't see Violent by Design walking out as Impact World Tag Team Champions.
Not the way they're doing the Briscoes right now. They definitely not walking out with those titles. I don't see it.
I think that's the one thing that we'll agree on tonight.
Yeah,
is this match right here. I honestly, I see the Briscoes getting the victory.
And honestly, I literally forgot that Violent by Design was even holding those titles until they had that match at Rebellion. I didn't even know they were champions still because we haven't seen them. No. Literally have not seen them at all whatsoever. So I'm just
you know, I will say this: the Violent by Design, they are very forgetful, but I will say they are a constant tag and faction Impact. So it's not hard to forget about them. It's just hard to forget, like you said, that they're champions.
They're not defending them much. They're not really in that many storylines or anything of that nature. So it's just like, I literally, like I said, I literally forgot they were even tag team champions. So maybe with the Briscoes being an Impact, this is a way to open the doors for more tags. You know what I'm saying, to get themselves involved with the men's division, and so on and so forth. So maybe the Briscoes can bring a little impact to Impact Wrestling.
I like what you did there.
A little something. You bald headed bitch. Like, thoroughly enjoyed them a lot. I will say that. Thoroughly enjoy them. I think you have froze a bit.
Yeah, my stream went out when you said you bald headed bitch.
I think the stream and I must got beef because I think I was
messed up because I was just about to move on. I mean, listen, honey, let me tell you something. The Briscoes coming to tear the house down, and I seen them in NWA here in Nashville at the fairgrounds, where that's also going to be the home of Slammiversary. So get your tickets now. Don't play with us because we want to see y'all. I know Santana probably don't want to see y'all, but I want to see y'all at Slammiversary because I'm gonna go nuts. Okay, I don't care what's going on.
I don't know if I should let Nickie sit in front of me or behind me.
Child, probably behind.
Cause Nickie like to put her whole body in front of you.
Yeah.
She's like how Christine was tonight with that damn Bullet Club flag. The same exact.
Going. And it's funny that you bring up Bullet Club because we're going to be talking about them next. But, child, listen. I get rowdy. And Santana had to edit me out a lot of those pictures.
You have no idea.
No idea. So, you guys, make sure,
I'm gonna let Nickie sit behind me. I don't need her in my shot. I'm like, hey, look, I don't want to tell Nickie how to do her thing, but you in my way.
Yeah, no, you can. I like it.
Let's switch seats, okay? For the time being, let's switch seats until they're done with their entrance.
Yeah,
and then we can switch back, just for right now. So, yeah. So right now.
All right now, Joseph says Briscoes were in the news last week. They had to pull out 2 shows because Mark's wife thought she was delivering her baby, but sounds like false alarm after Mark tweeted. Yes, Joseph always giving us the news. So what happened was Mark did have to rush his wife to the emergency room, the baby and everything. From the reports and from what he says, everything is fine. Here at Women's Wrestling Talk, we want to send the Briscoes family along with his wife and the baby, just a thorough and a thorough pregnancy and delivery and everything. And we can't wait to see the baby. And we don't post, of course, post about the men's wrestling. However, here at Women's Wrestling Talk, we do show the men's love when it comes to the post show. And especially here at Impact Wrestling, our resident Bullet Club member Santana will be very ecstatic about this. Finally, Chris Bay and Jay White get a damn victory on Impact Wrestling. Can you believe it?
I was so excited about it. So excited about them getting a win. It's amazing. Every time, go ahead.
Every time,
I thoroughly enjoy seeing those 2 on my screen. Oh,
hey.
Of course, Jay White, King Switchblade, and of course, Chris Bay, the ultimate finesse, your girl's favorite wrestler. Like,
I'm excited. I'm really, listen, I've been very, very hard on the Bullet Club lately, especially Jay White and Chris Bay, but they did defeat Rich Swann along with Willie Mack. And I really love all of the players in this game, because obviously, with the win, it's too sweet. Every Thursday night here at Impact Wrestling post show, Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. But listen, as Jay White would say, sometimes you just all the best. And, we've seen Jay White jump around from New Japan and AEW and Impact Wrestling. And I mean, to be honest, what do you think will happen in the match when they go against Honor No More? It will be. I mean, who is this kid right here behind Jay White? There will be the good boy.
That's Juice Robinson.
That is Juice.
That's Juice. Remember over the weekend, me and Nicki got to watch a New Japan show.
Oh.
The Bullet Club was, starting out the celebration of their 9-year anniversary.
Oh.
And of course, Juice is now a part of Bullet Club. Returns with Bullet Club, and now he's going to be a part of. He is the final man to even out the score that is going to take place when I Don't Know More becomes exactly what it is. No more.
So you believe that the Bullet Club will get the victory?
Absolutely. I mean, come on now. They're absolutely going to get the win. I mean,
I don't know.
You have an even score now, just unless maybe I don't know, because how I look at it is that, Maria Kanellis seems to be very fondly of getting herself involved in a lot of things.
Oh.
And, Juice just so happens to be married to Toni Storm. So I would love to see maybe a Toni Storm will come to Impact and give Maria a Storm Zero in the middle of the ring at Under Siege to even out so much of the score. My table in this apartment of mine. You have absolutely no idea.
So let me ask you this really quick. Is this Juice going to be facing off with Kenny King at Mayday?
It's possible. Unless they're giving him a different type of name or something.
El
Phantasmo.
Is that Juice?
Is this considered to be Juice? I don't really fucking know now.
That's the same man that's in the other photo.
He looks like them.
No, he is the same man. Look.
Oh God, these people look alike.
Is that El Phantasmo? I don't know if that's Juice.
Let me see something.
Oh my God. Oh, is it El Phantasmo? Is he Juice?
No.
Same people.
His name is Riley. He's from Canada.
Oh no.
Well, excuse me then.
Oh wait. I don't know. I'm so confused.
When people are really not a part of the main attraction, does it really matter?
It doesn't. I just saw that picture again. I saw that the hair. The render, as they like to call it in the States. And I was very confused with everything. But listen, we all here. Who do you think, you guys? I'm going with obviously
with the Bullet Club. That's one with.
I'm going with Honor No More. I think that Eddie Edwards will defeat Chris Bay once again in the 1, 2, 3. And I think that something will happen where Jay White will kick Chris Bay out of the fucking Bullet Club at Under Siege.
Well, why would you want?
I don't want it.
No, why would you think that? Well, why would you think that Chris Bay would be the one to take the pin? Why can't it be Eddie Edwards to take the pin, or maybe Kenny King can take the pin? Since we're pinning the black men, since we are pinning the black men inside a part of these groups, why can't it be Kenny King?
No, I think the men. I think when it comes to the men, Eddie Edwards is at the top of the mountain, and I think that people sleep on him. He really is. He put his blood, sweat, and tears to Impact Wrestling for years after years, and people laughed and people looked at him. And you know what? You have even big publications out there body shaming him. Talking about his body, and I don't like it. And I think what he did was right. We don't deserve Eddie Edwards. We don't. And I told him that. And I let him know that I will forever root for him. And you know what? Even though my beef with the Bullet Club has seasoned, Well, I always love the Good Brothers, but I just I think something's gonna happen. I think Jay White is gonna let the power of being the leader of the Bullet Club. I think he's really going to let it go to the head. And when Chris Bay loses the match on Saturday for his team, I think we won't see Chris Bay in the Bullet Club anymore.
Well, you know what I have to say about that is the fact that my statement still stands the same. Honor No More will absolutely be no more come
Oh,
under siege. So they might well go ahead and pack it up and they can go back to Ring of Honor and figure out what they're gonna do now because
oh,
they're a bunch of fucking losers, and that's what's gonna happen at Under Siege. They're going to fucking lose. That's 2 in a row. Double homicide, because that's exactly what's gonna happen for Honor No More.
oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what's going to happen.
Chris Bay is absolutely going nowhere. Jay White knows exactly what he's doing. He's the best in the ring. You're going to be getting in the ring with the best of the best. And it's just like the fact of like if Honor No More needs to get it together because they really got laid out tonight.
They
really
did.
And
They
so
did.
that's what is going to happen come Saturday.
Listen, and it might. Honestly, I don't doubt it.
Thank you, Bobby.
Bobby likes the Bullet Club. I do too. I just think they're gonna lose and be some fucking losers. On May Day, the event after, we do have representing the Bullet Club as of now, El Fantasmo versus Kenny King. Quick prediction on that. I think it's gonna be Kenny King with the victory on this one.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna go with the new Bullet Club guy. Although he's not new,
Oh
he's
shit!
I
I wasn't
gonna go with
expecting
him.
I wasn't expecting that.
Hey, of course. I'm going to follow Bullet Club. Listen, when I signed up to be a part of, when I signed up to support the Bullet Club, that means that I'm going for every single last person that's in the Bullet Club. Hello,
That's
Nicki, getting
true.
together. I'm
Well,
going for everybody.
well, I
So the
don't
Jamie and Bay collection is the connection is going to be there, and they're going to pick up the win.
Well, I think it's gonna be Josh and Ishii. Maybe I will remember who he is, seeing him for the second. Well, I don't know if I've ever seen
You
Ishii.
basically see him multiple times. He was in a match tonight, to be honest.
No, I mean in person. Was he the one that fought 80 Edwards at Multiverse?
He absolutely was.
Okay, good. So I'm going with Ishii and Josh, and my tag team partner is going with Jay White and Chris Bay, possible losers. Also, we have another match. Honor No More is really taking over May Day along with the Bullet Club Sunday, May 8th. You guys, this is not a live stream, this is a taping. I will have exclusive matches on my personal page because, of course, we don't post anything on the men. I will have these matches, but are you going with the Good Brothers here? Because I am actually.
Absolutely, like I said, anybody who's a part of the Bullet Club gets my support.
Absolutely. Well, those are the matches we have. As of now, we have one more match that will premiere as well for May Day, and I'm so excited. But moving right along, of course, Rich Swann and Willie Mack were defeated. Rich Swann will go face to face with Laredo Kid live this Saturday. This match is also free on YouTube on the Countdown to Under Siege. I will be live at the event. There will be live tweeting for the event as well. There will also be a post show for this event as well. So please make sure you guys come. Santana, really quick, who do you think will win this match? Rich Swann or
Hey,
Laredo
Bobby,
Kid?
you are really with the winning team, Bobby. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay,
I think
you
you
lost
spoke
me.
too quickly.
You lost me there. So I think I'm gonna go with Rich Swann on this one. I do like Laredo Kid. He is an amazing wrestler, luchador.
Amen.
But I'm gonna go with Rich Swann. But it's going to be an amazing match.
It is. It really is. And of course, before we move on to the finals women's match, tonight we also saw Ishii, of course, defeat Steve Macklin. I think Steve Macklin was pretty much robbed at this point. I don't know why the hell would Steve Macklin lose to Ishii, but of course he will move on to face Chris Sabin at Under Siege as well. And then of course Ishii versus Josh Alexander. Impact World Championship will be on the line. Really quick, Santana, what do you think? Steve Macklin, Chris Sabin, who are you going with?
It's kind of difficult to say because I mean, you have someone like a Steve Macklin and Chris Sabin who have had this beef like building up for a while now. And I honestly, Steve Macklin did pick up the win. That included he actually was the one who pinned it. Chris Sabin over at Rebellion. So maybe Chris Sabin may be trying to get some revenge on Steve Macklin. Or will Steve Macklin still have the upper hand? Because he has a win literally hanging over his head because he pinned Chris Sabin.
I don't know. I personally am going for Macklin, but we've seen Chris Sabin get surprise victories over the new talent of Impact, like the Jay Whites. You never know, honestly.
Unfortunately.
Is it unfortunately? Because let's just be
No,
honest. Chris Sabin is the guy to beat, So if you can't beat him, sometimes you have to join him. Would you like to see Chris Sabin join the Bullet Club?
But he's with Motor Machine.
Who gives a fuck? I mean, who
I thought you liked them and Alex Shelley.
I like Alex Shelley.
You like all of them, them together. They're really much like the OG tag team when it comes to
I love Chris Sabin, honestly. Like I think Chris Sabin is really a good talent. I just think
he's amazing.
I think Steve Macklin will get the victory. And then when it comes to Josh and Ishii, I think Josh will obviously retain. I mean, there's no point of Ishii getting the victory here. This is a good first opponent, even though I wanted to see it to be, I wanted it to be Eddie Edwards. But I can't give it up.
They have to have some type of build up there. But, when it comes to Ishii and even, with Josh Alexander, we can all go for Josh, but who's to say that, Josh could win via disqualification.
Oh, please. He's going to beat the shit out of Ishii.
Well, it's not the fact that he's going to beat Ishii. It is the fact that Moose is somewhere around the building. Walking around, and he could find his way to trying to be a distraction, or think he's a distraction for George Alexander because maybe he's still upset at the fact that he still lost his rematch as well.
That is true. I didn't even think about that, honestly.
So here we are.
Or maybe that could be the build up for Slammiversary.
It could be. We don't really expect, we don't really expect him to lose his title just like that. But he's going to have a really tough competitor with Ishii. Ishii has been wrestling like multiple times over the weekend and even during the week. And I mean, you can't deny the fact that this man is absolutely a talent. And going up against someone like a Josh Alexander, it's going to be an amazing match.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And honestly, I think a lot of the matches on this card are going to be stellar, to be honest. I think we're pulling for Josh in our predictions as well. Let us know what you think. One of the last men's matches that we have, of course, is Mac Bailey versus Alex Shelley. I don't know, to be honest. When you have a match of this caliber of talent, it really doesn't matter who wins because, I'm going to go with Mike Bailey. But I think I'm only going with Mike Bailey because if he wins, that keeps him in the X Division championship. So let's say you know, Trey wins. I'm just gonna say it because I ain't saying Ace Austin wins. Trey wins, and then boom, you know, whoever wins could be the next opponent. I think Mike Bailey would be a good opponent, but Shelley could be a good opponent as well. You know,
I
this is
think both
one
of
of
them
those,
could be
like,
a good one.
yeah,
I think both of them could, but then again, you know, they wrestled at the multiverse. So
they did.
Mike already has a win over Alex, to be
Mhm.
honest. So it's just like basically they're just running it back. So
Yeah,
maybe this could determine who could, you know, insert themselves in the title picture. I
yeah,
mean, Mike didn't get pinned in that triple threat match for the X Division title. He didn't. So it could determine exactly who could be that next opponent out of Trey and Ace Austin's match.
absolutely, absolutely. And
Who says that if their match ends, you know, like we said, ends clean, it could be a disqualification that
yeah,
could allow Trey to have another rematch to go into Slammiversary,
oof, child, don't listen, don't get me
so
started.
that they can actually start, you know, continue to build the feud that they started.
Yeah, I hope if Trey doesn't win on at Under Siege, I at least hope that he is getting
Let me be
something.
a part of the gauntlet or something.
And that's what we'll talk about next. I think that if he loses, he might go on to win the gauntlet, and then he might be the one to face Josh Alexander. But Bobby did bring up a good point, and this is exactly what he's talking about. At Mayday, the night after Under Siege, the
Mm-hmm.
gauntlet for the gold will be taking place again, Newport, Kentucky, May Day,
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, May 8th. You guys, I am very excited about this because, like I keep saying, I will be there and I am so excited to see. And, you know, we don't like to do spoilers, so you'll just have to wait to see. But we'll have some exclusive footage as well. But, Santana, who do you believe will win May Day?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I would need to really just look at their roster and see, like, could it
Yeah,
just be men in here? Could it be women to join?
yeah.
You know, like you really just never know with Impact. They're very interesting when they, you know, throw in women in gauntlet matches too.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Um, so
I think we've seen the like the undead bridesmaids in the gauntlet match before.
mhm.
I mean, of course, we've seen. Um,
There's a lot of people.
I can't. I mean, without me saying the name, I can't say it. But we've seen. We've seen Tessa Blanchard win the Impact World Championship.
Hmm. We
Uh,
have.
and I think that Jordan Grace could be another woman who is just as capable of carrying that load as well. And when I say load, um, I mean that in the most appropriate manner because when you are the Impact World Champion, you're carrying a different load than being a Knockouts champion. Both are great loads. Both
Hmm.
are undeniably you are the face. But even without holding either one of those, look at Deonna Purazzo. Deonna Purazzo is the face of Impact Wrestling, and she's not holding either one of those championships.
Hmm.
So imagine being in a company that produces their champions at a top level, but also like stardom,
Hmm.
like stardom former champions or people who aren't even champions. So I think this could really like this gauntlet match could really elevate. My pick is Trey Miguel. That's it.
Hmm.
Like I mean, I don't know.
I personally don't really like. I I don't really have a pick because I
Yeah,
really don't know who I could choose.
yeah,
I just want to be surprised at who's going to be a part of it. That's pretty much what I want to be. I just want to be shocked. I want to be like, oh, I never expected that to be that person that
yeah.
would, you know, actually win. So or be a part of the gauntlet. So I
And
mean,
here's
hmm
surprises are always good. Who are a few people that you would like if you could just name off the bat, male or female? Are there any people you would like to see that maybe not like aren't in Impact, but you would like to actually see them in this match specifically?
Let's see. If Dexter Loomis,
Oh,
if he was not, didn't recently get released, like his 30 days were up, I
yeah.
wouldn't mind seeing him a part of this gauntlet. He's
Okay.
definitely one person who I feel like should definitely come back to Impact.
Buddy Matthews.
Definitely, yeah, he's definitely one
Mm.
to see over AEW. I mean, they've been utilizing some of the Impact people in AEW anyway. Why not bring some of it over to this gauntlet?
Could you imagine like the Acclaim pulling up to the gauntlet?
That'd be interesting. I would never expect to
Listen,
happen, but it would be interesting for it to take place if they just pull up at the gauntlet match.
listen. I know a few other people we could see in the match. I mean, anybody that's currently on the match card, of course, can be in the match. Violent by Design. I mean, listen, Matt Cardona. We could see Ace Austin himself, Black Taurus, Brian Myers, Chris
Mhm.
Sabin, Chris Bay. I mean, Crazy Steve. Hell, we could see Deonna Purazzo take her shot at it.
Mhm.
Giselle Shaw. Hell, put Jim Miller in there. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean Ziggy Dice is probably gonna go into that.
he probably will.
He's definitely him and Johnny Swinger
Hmm.
definitely are gonna go in there. I mean, we could see um there's the honestly Moose, Savanna Evans, Steve Macklin, the Briscoes. I mean, Ty Vackery. You know, we the
John Morrison, well,
yeah, oh,
whatever his name would be, he could go in there definitely.
that is a good one.
He could
That
go
is
in there.
actually a good one. That is actually good.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in there. I
Masha
think he would.
Samovic, she could end
Yeah,
up a
she
guy.
got nothing else to do. Might as well throw in some.
That is true. I mean, and before we move on to the men, because we've literally kind of just been bouncing around
Mhm.
tonight. Um, we did see PCO defeat Jonah in a Monster Balls match, and that is just to me, that's wild.
It was a match. It was very chaotic. Um, Shout out to PCO for shaving his head. Now he's a baldy.
Chill.
Shout out to the ball men. Those who love him, those who dislike him. Shout out to the ball men out there. But I mean, for PCO to be the age that he is, he doesn't move like he's that age. He still knows how to keep up, and I feel like him and Jonah have put on one of the best feuds in Impact. No matter how many matches they have together, no matter how many times they run it back,
Yeah,
the match is going to be good. There's a lot of storytelling that's in there.
yeah,
You saw them tonight put their body through all kinds of things for this to be just the main event of the show.
definitely.
Um, it could have been on Under Siege. It really could have. It was
It
just
might be.
well. Listen, Granddaddy need a break. Put some ice on the hips. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm here for it. PCO reminds me of what Jeff Hardy would probably be at his age.
Child.
Still doing the same thing, fighting
I
the
would
young
say
talent.
Sting, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah, stay,
Well, Jeff Hardy is kind of like extreme.
very much so. So I mean, I wouldn't. I'm here for it. It was a really really good match. Like
Yeah.
you just he really did his thing tonight. Both of them did. Jonah did an amazing job as well. So I mean, maybe this is the end of their saga or something, and they move on to something else, or maybe he gonna have to kill that man. Not literally kill him, but you
Child.
know, because it's all no Moore's fault. That what's the name? Vincent is this Vincent fault. The reason why he's up here maneuvering around like Frankenstein, just rising up, at bringing him back to life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go take Vincent out because he's the reason why the man back anyway.
He might. He might, honestly. Um, and overall, I thought it was a good match. If they're on for Under Siege, I will say I'm going with Jonah. I hope that Jonah can get a victory, but if not, maybe this feud is over. Maybe this will be like Serena Deeb and Sheeta for a while. But that was it. We've covered all of the stuff with the men. I know we mixed in the women a little, slightly. And again, we are gonna close out with the 2 championship women's matches. So first, we're gonna talk about Tasha Steels, of course, your Impact Knockouts World Champion. Her and Savanna were getting themselves caught in the ram tonight. Santana texts me, and I quote, "What the hell is this?" Uh, um, Santana has been watching with me. We've gotten. I didn't really watch Impact like that when I was younger. I knew what it was, so I wouldn't say getting back into Impact. I know Santana watched it, and when she was younger, and so
I did.
we just kind of just
kind of fell off of it because there was a lot, with Impact at the time, there was a lot of things that were going on where there was like a bunch of name change, a lot of people who were there was going back to WWE or going to different promotions and stuff like that. So I mean, I promise you that the last time before I started doing women's wrestling talk, whatever, and started kind of going back into Impact, I promise you, and I tell them all the time, the last time I watched Impact, it was during the pandemic, and I just turned it on, just see what's going on, and I saw Rob Van Dam and this girl twerking on him, and I turned it off because I didn't know what's going on. I was like, what the hell is this? Why is this woman twerking on Rob Van Dam? Why is she out here just twerking and stuff? Come to find out, life. And so I was like, what is going on here? And I was like, that's Katie Forbes. I was like, is she like a twerksologist or something? Like, is that her gimmick? Like this, her twerking this distract the men, and obviously it does seem like that was her special move. So I was like, this is not. No, I just turned it off.
Impact during pandemic days was definitely different. What made me start watching was I saw Fire and Flavor. When I saw Tasha Steels and Kiera Hogan, like an actual Black and Afro-Latina group together as a tag team, being the champions, being dominant, and not looking like anyone else that I've seen from my eyes. And then
like your homegirls,
like there was just something about Tasha Steels. And then when I went to the show, I got to talk to her, and I was just like, man, like that is inspiring. Like I would love to be, because we've talked about this all the time. Like if I was a wrestler, I would be a tag team specialist. Like I feel like we would be like FTR for the women's division. Like that's just, I've always felt like I would just work better in having a partner, if that makes sense. So when I saw them, I was just like, man, that is so dope, because you can tell like they're actual friends. They're not thrown together. They're not like, and so seeing, and I talked about this briefly tonight, we were talking about it, seeing the growth of Tasha Steels now is wild. So her going into this match with Havoc, personally, I just think that, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Like, even with everything that went on tonight with the Ram and, them trying to, get into the mind of Tasha Steels, the Boiqua Badass is really been, she ain't been playing. And I just, like, I think this is going to be a really good match, but I don't think this is, so I think what's going to happen with this match is what I thought was going to happen with Roseberry. I think they're actually going to go into the round.
Probably so. It could definitely be a part of the match. Obviously, because I mean, now Savanna isn't necessarily going to be beside her, because she's been cast away, taken away, into this realm of I don't know what the hell it is situation.
Crazy.
Tasha, I'm gonna go with Tasha, but I feel like this would be a way for if she doesn't have Savanna by her, because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, she wouldn't be the champion if it wasn't for Savanna. She wouldn't be able to get to this opportunity because if it wasn't for Savanna being in her corner." So now it's the time where I was like, okay, if Savannah's not in her corner Saturday and she wins, I don't hear shit.
Yeah, I don't think Rosemary is
I don't
gonna be
see
on
anything
in
about that.
Havoc's corner either, though,
Exactly.
because she's gonna have to be holding Savanna. You know,
Hostage or give it a Crazy Steve or something, or Tyrus.
Crazy Steve is wild.
Crazy Steve. So
I would
I
like to
mean,
see him go after Ace Austin though while we're here.
but snatch him up.
Yeah, snatch him up. Snatch. I don't know, Savannah. You might want to figure out what's going on because
Mm-hmm.
I think once Tasha's done with Havoc, I think we got to bust the block with Mickie James.
Definitely has to happen again. It could have to take place at Summerversary. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're in Nashville. That's
there's
like
still
Mickie
a lot of
James'
build up.
second home,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
But there's still a lot of build up that's going to take place after Under Siege. It's
And
going to be where to create your storylines, and we're going
And
to
I'm
be.
gonna be honest, a lot of these shows we're in Nashville for the summer. I want y'all to know it's about to go down. Slammiversary is kicking off the summer,
Mm-hmm.
and SummerSlam is ending the summer, and they're both in Nashville. GCW
The
is
night
in Nashville.
before SummerSlam.
Nashville's about to get really crazy for the summer, and I'm happy to be here. But don't be coming here and trying to crowd everything because y'all want to see hardcore country and shit, and y'all want to go to the bar.
Hardcore country.
Nikki Bella just announced that she's going to be doing a show with Blake Shelton too in downtown Nashville. Nashville's like the Hollywood now, It's really becoming the Hollywood of wrestling. But I think once Tasha Steels defeats Havoc, I think she's definitely gonna have to circle the block. 100%, and I think it's a no-brainer. Under Siege this Saturday, I do believe that Tasha Steels, she'll retain. I will. I was a little worried with Rosemary, but I think she'll be able to get the number of Havoc.
I believe she will as well. I don't think she's gonna be losing that title anytime soon. Like I'm not even like worried about if that's gonna take place. I don't think she's gonna lose it anytime soon. So
I need her to face Jordan Grace, and of course one of the opponents in our last match. This is the rematch, you guys. After losing last night, Deonna Purazzo is no longer, sadly, your ROH Women's World Champion. Congratulations to Mercedes Martinez, who becomes your undisputed ROH Women's World Champion. However, Deonna is booked and busy. On Saturday, she will be getting her rematch against the Barbie gangster herself, child, AAA Reina del Reyne's champion, Taya Valkyrie. And I just don't know. I don't even know. I really I don't think this match is ending clean. I think Taya might get her championship, but I think Deonna is about to snap.
it's possible.
Because we have not seen Deonna walk out and that was my next point. We have not seen Deonna Purazzo walk out of any promotion without a title for months.
No.
I'm with you, Nicki. I don't know. When Deonna doesn't have a championship, she's on a different level. When she lost the Knockouts Championship to Mickie James, losing the AAA Reina del Reyne Championship, losing the ROH Championship, she's getting into, and I'm not even gonna say it, but she's getting into the mode of a queen. I don't have to say her name over here because we're in Impact Wrestling, but she's getting into the mode of eras.
Mm-hmm.
We're now in a new mode. You know, I think a lot of people like to focus on losing so much that they don't realize that when you lose, it starts you over
Mm-hmm.
and you build something. Look at what it did to Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain mode, and I'm fearful for Taya Valkyrie on Saturday. I don't think this is Deonna and her facing off at Hard to Kill. Deonna got the victory. Them facing off at Rebellion, Taya Valkyrie gets the victory. We're 1-1, as Taya
Mm-hmm.
Valkyrie likes to say. Taya Valkyrie also said that Deonna doesn't know shit. I don't think Taya understands that Deonna evolves a lot. And 2 weeks ago, the Deonna that she got in the ring, I don't think it's the same. We talked to Deonna about her up and coming plans that she has with Taya Factory, so make sure you guys check that out on YouTube. But I don't know. I just feel like it's not even about who wins or loses anymore. And when the feud gets to that point, something has to shake.
It definitely doesn't end pretty. There's gonna be blood on the dance floor. There's gonna be blood on the dance floor somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And you're right. You know, when we know how when they had their first match off in 2020,
Yeah.
full circle come back around again, and here we are. They wrestle each other again at Rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Taya wins. She comes back, you know, lets Deonna know, like, you know, you're gonna be losing your title. Like, I'm back. Yeah. I'm here. I'm back. I was the face of Impact at one point. You're standing in my way. You're just holding the spot right now. Now they're even. So I feel as if like this match could end in a no contest. It's possible. They're gonna go in there and beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be 10 times probably worse than what it was. There's gonna, like I said, eventually it's gonna end maybe in a bloodbath between these players.
I'm gonna be there front row, and I'm nervous.
Well, all I can say is Taya didn't have nobody to bring Deonna to outside the crowd. Now she does.
I'll be front row. I want to see Taya keep that same energy.
She may turn it up a lot more because
she may. If she sees me, she may turn it up a little bit. But you know, I plan to stay in this feud as much as I can. If you guys catch me at Under Siege yelling in Taya Valkyrie's face, just know it's all out of love. If you guys see me screaming and pleading when if Deonna is not successful and Taya Valkyrie wins, it's out of love. However, if Deonna Purazzo walks out, because I was wrong. I was wrong about her and Mercedes. I was completely wrong. That happened on my birthday. And you guys, if you know anything about me, I say the same thing when when things don't go my way. I say the same thing. Oh, come on now. Really? I said the same thing. Oh, come on now. Really? And I turn around and I sit down. I stood up the whole time Deonna was on that match.
But Nicki, I told you.
A lot of people did though. A lot of people had some great points in the comments about the whole Mercedes thing, and that's great. I just still
feel like they should have won though.
I feel like they and I mean this wholeheartedly. They made the wrong decision.
But here's the thing though. A lot of people feel like
Willow, if they were going to do that, they should have let Willow beat Deonna.
Mercedes. Willow's not their own. Here's the thing: the reason why is it brings it full circle.
Yeah,
AEW was only going to let Mercedes win because Willow's not signed to AEW.
Correct.
Although she does work up on the Ring of Honor,
Yeah.
they don't care about that because they
They
don't have
don't.
a roster anymore.
Yeah.
They've wiped out their entire roster.
And we don't know
ROH.
who from AEW is actually going to be on the ROH.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's just a simple fact of like, it was bound to happen to know that Mercedes Martinez was going to win. That's a prediction there. It's predictable. What would have been unexpected is if Deonna had won.
Yeah.
I feel like if Deonna had won, that would have changed a lot of narratives for a lot of people.
It would have. I think
it would really open up a lot of discussion too as to okay, what's really going on?
Yeah.
You made an intimate championship out of spite, but you let her, but she wins. So what's really going on, Mr. Tony Khan?
I don't know what he plans on doing next, and I don't know what's going to happen. But I think that they're going to have a slow burn, and hopefully, Maria Kanellis, whatever she, is doing with it, I hope that she is doing, I hope that she's involved, and I hope that there's some sense of, making sure that everyone is taken care of, honestly. But going back to Impact, I don't know. I'm predicting Deonna to win. I know that things could, it is what it is, and we're in the same predicament. The only difference is now that I'm actually going to see the show, so it's just a little more. I really get to see them tear each other apart. Honestly, the only difference is, the only difference beyond that is the fact that I still don't know, and I will say this over and over again. You guys are just gonna have to check out the post show. Once I'm done leaving Under Siege, my tag team partner will be here, and we will be here reporting live. It's gonna be a really late show. We're gonna talk a really long time. Probably there's gonna be a lot to uncover. But those are our predictions for tonight. Overall, we hope you guys enjoyed the show for tonight, and we really hope you guys are geared up for Under Siege. Make sure you guys are watching for those who are subscribed to Impact Plus. I think that this card is very
there's a lot of story that goes into this card though. Every match, well, except for I want to say Josh and Ishii.
Yeah.
There's not much of a build up there, but you can tell that Ishii has been on the top of his game since she's been stepping into Impact. And for him to go against Josh Alexander, I think that's a nice opponent for his first title defense. It's going to be great to see them match.
Even though it should have been Eddie.
Yeah, but like I said, maybe once this whole Honor No More is no more, and maybe Eddie will find himself in a title picture somehow, some way.
I don't know. I see Honor No More winning though. I really do. I know, but we had the same argument about Chris Bay and Eddie Edwards on the countdown to Rebellion, and baby, Eddie Edwards got that win. Chris Bay sometimes.
It wasn't easy though. That was a moment. That was a big moment. I really thought that Chris.
No, I thought Chris Bay was gonna win, but same with Chris Sabin and Jay White. Chris Sabin got the victory.
Yeah, but honestly, here's the thing though. I feel like with Jay White even being in Impact, I don't think he's really there to win. He's just there to wrestle.
I mean, but I get that, but what I'm saying is, can Bullet Club really get this victory over Honor No More though?
It's possible.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's that possible.
I mean, you're bringing in your final man.
Here you go.
This what? Yeah, I mean
we talked about this earlier
last week. You know what I'm saying? They're in a match together for Mayday. So I mean, that could lead into something there.
I'm scared.
I'm here. You know, I'm always here for Jay White and Chris Bay. I'm here for both of them. I'm here for all of Bullet Club. I'm here for everything that they've been doing and so on and so forth. So to see, you know, Jay White, you know, jump into a match with Josh Alexander, I think it'll be great. If Chris Bay was to jump into a match with Josh Alexander, I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
Like both of them are extremely talented. They work well together.
Yeah.
Whether they're in a tag or in a singles match, they work really, really well they match up really. It's very rare that you don't see people match up together.
Yeah.
And they do it really well with a lot of their opponents, you know. So I mean, I'm just excited to see my guys out there, you know, doing that thing, being a part of it. I hope they're part of Summerversary so I can be there in person and see this, you know, because unfortunately I won't be on the siege. I'll be here, you know.
I know. I wish you were there so you can get some amazing photos.
Yeah, but I think Summerversary will be for me.
Yeah.
So I'll be having a new lens. I'll be trying out, testing some new things out. So, you know, and I'm gonna try to be quick with mine. Like as soon as the match starting, I'm gonna have my camera connect to my Wi-Fi, and then boom, I'm gonna already have something like preset, throw the thing out, post it up, and y'all gonna love it. Here we are.
And here we are.
So, you know, not gonna drop everything, but you know, give you a little something to look at, you know, something to have in the midst of what's taking place. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
I think it'll
especially
be
when
nice.
they have like in between matches too.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice. Only thing you getting out of me is video. That's it.
I'm gonna try to show Nickie how to take some pictures, y'all.
Child, that's your photographer. I'm gonna be your videographer. Hopefully, once I upgrade this phone, it'll look better. But we working with what we got. We do have some exclusive footage that we dropped from Vendetta. We didn't know. Well, I didn't know that they were gonna be dropping their footage like late. So we normally don't like to post spoilers, but the footage has already been dropped. I'll also be dropping some exclusive footage from the same event on my page because I'm going to be doing more personal stuff because Santana said that's the way to go.
Well, I just know what I said is the fact that you're doing something that you love. Don't be afraid to showcase it.
Yeah. And with that being said, I will show you guys a lot of the stuff from the men's side. Check out my, Instagram and Twitter below. I'm talking above. But just to give you guys a quick rundown, first of all, thank you guys for joining us on Twitch. For those that are joining us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, we thank you for liking and subscribing as well. But of course, tonight is Thursday, so tomorrow, which is technically today, if you're on Central and Eastern time, we will be having the post show for Rampage and SmackDown. I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, Rampage starts at 4:30.
Rampage starts extremely early.
Is that Eastern or Central?
It's Central. 5:30 Eastern. Yeah.
Are they going to 7?
No.
Oh, they're going to 6:30 because of the playoffs.
Yeah. So what it is that there's a special start time, and it's going to be at 4:30 Central, 5:30. Whatever. So it's gonna go to 5:30 our time, 6:30 everybody else time. They're gonna have their 4 matches tomorrow. Same thing, as they always do per usual. So yeah, Britt Baker, DMD and Jamie Hayter, the 2 Tauruses, the Bulls, versus Toni Storm, and I can't do that because I'm not a Taurus. But there you go. Roll Tide. Toni Storm and Ruby Soho is in that match as well. We do have a qualifying match. Yoka or Yuka, something like that. And
the spoilers are on WrestlingInc.com, by the way. If y'all can.
The spoilers are everywhere if you want to know.
Yeah, it's awful.
They're everywhere per usual. If you want to know what took place so that you don't have to watch the show, here you are. That you're not going to get it from me. You're welcome to get it from any other publication that do that. So yeah. And then we go into SmackDown, which I have no idea what's going to take place. But me and Stephanie would definitely be starting at 9:15 since Rampage comes on early, and we can go ahead and
that's y'all go home episode.
It is our go home episode for WrestleMania Backlash because WrestleMania Backlash is happening on Sunday. So we got Impact, we got WrestleMania Backlash.
So Saturday, make sure you guys join us again after Friday because we will be having an Under Siege post show. On Sunday, with the Salt Shakers, of course. On Sunday, there will be a watch along for Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash. So make sure you check that out, along with the post show on Backlash with the Salt Shakers again, because we dominate the post shows.
We do.
Of course, we really do. And then on Monday, Monday again, post show with the Salt Shakers, Monday Night Raw. And then Tuesday, you guys, we're debuting a new tag team here at Women's Wrestling Talk. They've been, honestly, they're veterans here at Women's Wrestling Talk. Katrina and would that be Tuesday or would that be Thursday?
That would be Thursday. So what it is that they cover NXT 2.0 and they cover NXT UK. So Stephanie and Katrina are, sisterhood, and they are the ones who cover NXT 2.0 and NXT UK. They had their first show today, actually. Well,
they did.
They had a first show to discuss both everything. I slid in there a little bit because they're talking about, my fave Carmelo, and I had to. Look, that's one of my rounds. Okay, you gonna catch me when you keep talking about them.
That's my dog.
All right, it's Friday. Happy birthday, Dakota Kai. It's your birthday.
Yes. Article dropping later.
And it is, so that we can celebrate her birthday.
But so they'll be here on next Thursday. So Tuesday, we still don't have a show for you. But
no,
it is
not yet. Not yet. For Tuesday. The Prodigy is going to be the news for Tuesday.
Yeah. So on Thursday, now you got 2 shows. Honestly, you're getting fed. Wednesday, again, don't forget the Dynamite Dolls will be here for AEW Dynamite. They did the post show last night. On Twitch, it's still available. Make sure you check that out. And then again, next Thursday, we'll be here. The Salt Shakers, Impact Wrestling, post show.
Will be. Honestly. Don't forget we do the news on Thursdays as well. We didn't do it today because there were some technical difficulties going on. So next Thursday we'll be back for the news. So we may talk about some things that we're going to talk about today. Probably talk about it on Thursday and some other stuff that took place. And then of course
we have the news on Monday too. I forgot about that.
Yep, Nickie does the news on Mondays. She does. It's difficult trying to get to an hour. I mean, Nickie did her first one. She did really good. She made it. She made it. You got there. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of know how many stories you gotta have.
An hour.
An hour's worth.
And then maybe we'll have news every day. But thank y'all. Following, liking, as of right now, is the one. All in all, we thank you for your appreciation, and we thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting, being here with us. Really,
thank you for coming over to Twitch though. We was holding it down on YouTube a lot.
YouTube was going crazy. But now that we're over here on Twitch,
it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool being over here on Twitch. Twitch is a little different.
Yeah,
it gets a little rowdy over here on Twitch.
Yeah,
YouTube was a little, it's a little PG era.
Yeah,
but over here,
we like it.
We GCW.
So make sure, and with that being said, make sure if you guys are not following and subscribe, it's WW Talk Pod. That's on Twitch, that's on Instagram, that's on Twitter. On YouTube, it's Women's Wrestling Talk, but it's still the same thing. And of course, until next time, you guys, the Salt Shakers, the most dominating tag team in Women's Wrestling Talk history. And of course,
the inaugural. First ever.
What more
going down in history as one of the best. We're going into the Women's Wrestling Talk Hall of Fame.
The first
We're gonna be
inductees.
the first inductees.
We're gonna be the first inductees, and
We
probably
and
definitely-
that's what
definitely the first tag team.
we are.
But definitely, we're gonna go into history, and of course, Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.
Too sweet.
I'm not. Oh!
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.